Hey guys, it's Sam Queen, and today I am doing another speed build for my save file in Oasis Springs. The last video I posted, or the last build I posted, was renovating Johnny Zest's trailer. So the whole trailer area of Oasis Springs is done. So we're done one neighborhood already. I feel like I kind of blew right through that. So now I'm on to another neighborhood. At the time, it doesn't have a name, although I do believe that with the new update we're getting before Eco Living, the update has, I guess it's giving us a bunch of names for all the neighborhoods that came in the base game. Because a lot of the neighborhoods that didn't come in the base game have like labels on, just not, I guess it doesn't make much sense, but it's not just the world that has a name, but the neighborhoods within the world all have names. So I don't know what this one is called yet because I don't have that update in my game at the time of recording, so I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I am just filling it with a bunch of mid-century modern homes, which I absolutely love building. I think it's probably one of my favorite things or favorite styles to build. So I'm really enjoying this build. I had so much fun with it, and it was kind of fun to, honestly, I didn't use any kind of floor plan or inspiration at all. I just sort of went for it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I mean, I did look at some inspiration on Google Images, but I didn't use a specific house to follow like I normally do. I just kind of went for it, and I'm happy with how it turned out. It has like a sunken in living room, so it's got that mid-century vibe, and I'm happy with the story of the Sims that are living in this house, and I just think it turned out really nice. And I am using this build in my aspirations challenge. We're on generation 10, and I got my Sim, she just recently moved out, and so I'm using this house for my Sim to live in, and I really enjoy it. I think it's actually, normally I don't live in my houses that I build, although I always say I intend to. I never really get around to it, but it's kind of fun to be able to play in a house that you built, which I don't normally do. So yeah, this house is right next to the playground, which I really like. The ironic part is that since I'm filling my save file with not just these builds, but Sims that live in the houses and have their own stories and traits and backgrounds. So this one is kind of interesting, or I guess ironic, for the people who live next to a playground. It is a couple. They're not young adults, they're just newly adults. And they both have the hates children trait, so they have decided collectively that they will not have any kids. So it's just the two of them, and they're both very career driven. They have a lot of friends, they like to entertain, and yeah, I mean, I think there's no shame in not wanting to have kids. I know plenty of people that don't want to have kids, and I think that's perfectly fine. So yeah, these people, they've chosen to fill their lives with other types of fulfillment, and mostly their careers is kind of what matters to them. So I decided for the wife, I don't have names for them, but the woman, she is like a fitness instructor, and so I gave her like a treadmill and a yoga mat, and she likes to do photography in her spare time, and yeah, so that's her job. She is, I don't think you can actually be a fitness instructor, but I will find something in the athletic career that kind of suits her. And then her husband is, he makes content. I guess you could call him a YouTuber, although we don't really have YouTube in The Sims, but he does make videos and post content about like different gadgets and toys and electronics. So that's their life. And I thought maybe he could have like a little bit of fame, but not a lot. But I guess fame is a hard thing in The Sims because you have to maintain it, otherwise it goes away. So I will have to give that to him, but you'll have to if you play with this family, you will have to maintain his status. Although I think I'm just gonna do like, I forget what it starts as, but like the tier 1 of being famous, I think, is what I'm going for. And so here I'm just doing some landscaping, and I'm actually really happy with how the landscaping turned out. I have often said that it's not my strongest quality, I guess, when it comes to builds. I've always struggled with landscaping, but I think this one, I'm really happy with it actually. I think that it turned out pretty good. I did go for a bit of a desert vibe, so there's lots of like succulents and palm trees, and I did place a lot of rocks as well. Rocks can work wonders for landscaping, and I'm just now realizing this. I definitely haven't used rocks enough. It just kind of makes it look more realistic. And now here I'm on to the inside. I did the sunken in living room, which I don't do very often because I don't know, it kind of messes with things a little bit. I did notice when I went to take the screenshots that the house doesn't have a roof or a ceiling. above the living room because I had it sunken in, and I don't know if I can fix that or not. I did try and it didn't want to work. So it's a bit of an issue. I mean, it does provide extra light into the living room, which is nice, but there is no ceiling above the living room, and that does frustrate me a lot. I kind of hate having that in my builds, but I'm playing in the house right now and I can't even tell, so I couldn't fix it. It's posted on the gallery as is. And also, when you download this house on the gallery, you'll notice that for some reason the bathroom has 3 lamps just in the bathroom, it's stuck inside the sink. I don't know why. I didn't put them there on purpose. I must have done that accidentally. So if you download this house, you're going to want to remove the lamps from the bathroom because they probably would prevent your Sims from using literally anything in there. So that's the first thing you want to do if you decide to download this house. So we're starting with the kitchen. I did go for like a mid-century vibe in terms of colors as well. I guess not too much. Like, it's not intense. I didn't go for like old wood tones or anything like that. But there are a few like mid-century touches throughout the house. I did give them quite a few like newer appliances. I feel like the guy that lives here would want like everything to be quite new, and since he's into gadgets and electronics, I tried to give him a few of those things. I think I placed like a tablet and that kind of thing. Yeah, and then there's 2 extra bedrooms, so there's 3 bedrooms altogether. There's the master bedroom, the bathroom, and then the regular 2 smaller bedrooms. So I designated 1 room to each of them as their own little like workspace. So one of them has a computer and like a treadmill, and one's for her, and the other one is where he would make his, I guess, I don't even know what to call it. They don't call it YouTube in The Sims. What do they call it when your Sim makes videos and posts them on the internet? I honestly don't know what it's called, but I don't know. I see him as pretty much a YouTuber. So yeah, so just finishing up the kitchen. This house is not too cluttered because I just thought it would make more sense to not have it too cluttered. Also, I did put some pet bowls. I thought they could have 2 dogs as well, so I will be adding those in, although I always forget to add other accessories for the dogs, like stuff for the backyard and dog beds and dog toys and the toy boxes. I always consistently forget to add those things, so I have done that once again, but I will give them 2 dogs. Here I was trying to play around with the idea of putting a fireplace in this sunken in living room, but it couldn't just be hovering on nothing like it is right now. So I played around with some ideas to put some stuff underneath it, but nothing, I didn't really like anything. So I just went for this TV that came with Tiny Living, and I think I ended up changing out these couches because I wanted more of like a pop of color, and I do believe I went with yellow and white, which is bold, I guess. I do like these couches that are in right now. I do like them. But here I am having a ton of frustration with the fact that we don't have couches and like matching love seats. I mean, we do for a lot of their couches, but for a good portion of them, we don't. They'll either be just a love seat or like a longer like sofa and not the matching set. And that drives me crazy because why do that? That's heinous. Like, why just give us one and not the other? It drives me absolutely crazy. Even when they did the survey for what are they calling it, the Nifty Knitting Pack, they were like saying, hey, do you want this couch, or like, I don't even know what the word is, but like long sofa or this little love seat? Both. I want both. Absolutely. I want both of those things. Or nothing. Like, give us nothing or both. That's where I'm at, because I find it so frustrating when you can't find a matching set. So that's my rant on not having matching furniture. Here I also put in the Lindsay speaker. Oh, no, that's not the Lindsay speaker, is it? No, I don't think it is. It's just the regular like radio. So I did put that in there as well, and I filled that little corner up with a bunch of plants because it was getting a lot of light. It's right in that big window, and it's kind of a corner that nobody would use. So I thought it would be a good place to put some plants, and then just put in a rug as well. And originally I went for the blue window coverings, but they were a little bit too much, so I changed them back to white. And then here I just put like a little sort of table at the front door. I think I also put a coat rack as well. And yeah, I like the front entrance. I like the orange door a lot. I'm a big fan of that. And just put a little doormat there as well. And I love the floor plan of this house. I find it to be quite realistic, and I think it's really nice. I like the half wall that separates the kitchen and the living room. And yeah, as soon as I was finished doing this build, I knew that I wanted my Sim to live in it, so I was happy to be playing in it. And here I'm just putting on some final touches to the rest of the house. I did put in a closet as well, because that wall there was just too long and like boring, and I didn't like it. I needed to make it more interesting. So I put a closet on one side and then like the laundry on the other side. Just like a laundry nook, I guess. I don't often build laundry rooms just because, I don't know, they seem like a waste of space sometimes. Like if a house is big enough, I will add one, but for this one, I decided not to. And then here's the bathroom, which is quite small, but I think it gets the job done. It's just got everything you need. It's got the tub and the shower, and just like a few little clutter items as well. Again, I didn't want it too cluttered, but definitely lived in, and I wanted to have some character so you can get a sense of who lives here. I'm excited to make these Sims. I think it's going to be kind of fun. And I'm so behind on creating Sims, like the townies to live in the houses that I've built. I haven't even finished the townies for Willow Creek. I'm probably like halfway through, so I need to catch up on that for sure. Whenever I have downtime though, I just feel like I would way rather build than create Sims. That's my thing. I would always rather build than go into CAS, and I know not everyone feels that way, but it's definitely, I don't know, not the most exciting thing, especially when I can't use custom content because it is going to be a save file and I can't have custom content. So yeah, I find it less interesting to build when I can't use my CC. Max is match CC, of course. I would never use alpha. That is, we don't even talk about it. We don't go there on this channel. We don't talk about alpha. I like to pretend it doesn't exist. So this little room here is like a sunroom. I really liked all the windows, and then I put the computer up against the little pool area, and I did put some like fountain jets in the pool as well. So in the screenshots, you'll see those in the background, which I think looks really nice. Did put a guitar. I thought maybe she just kind of dabbles in a lot of different things. Fitness, is it meditation or is it yoga? I can't remember what that skill is called, but either way, yeah, fitness, photography. I also put like a vision board up on the wall. And then this room here is where I put like the, oh yeah, I played around, by the way. I played around and thought, okay, maybe these people will have kids. Maybe they'll just have a guest room. But I was like, no, I don't want them to have kids. Not everyone has to have kids. So I finally talked myself into going, because I was actually coming up with this family as I was building. So yeah, it's not until right about now that I came up with the idea that nope, they're not going to have kids. They're both going to have the hates children trait, and I think it's just so funny. They live next to this playground, and I can just picture them trying to get work done, or she's trying to like meditate in the morning, or they're trying to relax in their pool, which is directly next to that playground, and there's kids everywhere, and they're just cursing the day they bought this home. So that's, I thought was kind of like a little bit of, I don't know, irony or comedy, because it's pretty funny. And then also I put some like movie posters in this little room here, and yeah, I like it. I think this will be like a nice household to play with, and very relaxing. Like not having children to worry about in a household sounds very relaxing to me. Also put in just like a hallway rug and a couple of other things to fill up the house, but that is, I guess, pretty much it for the inside. I think I just found some other items that I wanted to use, like this shelf here, and then I put like a plaque on the wall, which I thought could be like his, I don't know, something he got from like a subscriber count or something like that. And then I just put a little potted plant on the step here, and I think that was it for the front. Also, there's no gate. There's a little pathway that goes to the side of the house where that fencing is, but there's no gate because I couldn't find a matching gate, and it made me really mad, and I didn't like any of the ones that the game had. They all just kind of ruined the look of it, so it's not actually functional. Your Sims can't go through it. But which is fine though, because I don't really want them to. Nobody really needs to come from the front of the house to the backyard, so I am fine with that. And then here I put like a little fireplace area, which I thought looked very cozy and relaxing. A mailbox, of course. I never want to forget those. A couple of garbage cans, and I think I also put in like some lounging chairs. They've got their barbecue, a picnic table. I could definitely see them spending time outside. Again, being forced to listen to the children play, but I don't know, to me I just think that's like ironic and funny. And then I just put like a drink tray on that little table there, and yeah, this is just definitely a place where they would relax. They've got a pretty small pool, but to me it's more of like just a what is it called, like a plunge pool, I think they call it. So you wouldn't really swim laps in it or anything. I mean, you can. I had my Sim swim laps in it, so it does work for that, but to me it's more of like a floating / taking a dip to cool off kind of pool. Then here I'm playing with those fences, couldn't find one that worked. They all ruined the look of it, so we went with no gate at all. And then here I'm just filling in this pathway a bit with some dirt and shrubs and rocks and just filling it up a little bit. I didn't want really too much green grass because it's Oasis Springs, and I think it looks too fake almost, like they put fake grass down because they are in the desert. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the landscaping turned out, and that's going to be it for this build. So if you guys want to download this on the gallery, you sure can. My origin ID is SimQueen1992. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.